Steve Austin sits in this recliner 5 hours a day, 5 days a week, while a home dialysis machine cleans his blood. Steve's kidneys stopped growing when he was a little boy. At 23, he received a donor kidney from his father, but he lost it to pneumonia a decade later. Now at 35, Steve is hoping for another transplant.
It can be depressing, you know, it's tough. But that's why I'm glad I have my wife and son to, you know, help me pull through this.
Steve's wife, Jennifer, and their 7-year-old son, Logan, are with him every step of the way, helping with dialysis and keeping Steve company during treatments. A few days ago, Jennifer and Logan created a Facebook page in the hope of raising awareness about kidney disease and finding more possible kidney donors.
If he'll get on early, maybe he'll have to go to the hospital again. That's why I'm worried.
He loves his daddy so much that he wants to help. He wants to get that kidney. He wants to win. His daddy is his hero. He looks up to daddy, so he wants daddy to live longer.
Steve and Logan share a strong father and son bond, often curling up together during those long hours of dialysis. Logan worries about his dad, though he's timid about showing his emotions. And Dad worries about Logan, hoping he will be around to see his little boy grow up.
See him get his first girlfriend, graduate high school, play sports. I mean, I'm sport-minded myself, you know what I mean? So I want to see him enjoy all that.
The Austins say it's all possible with a kidney transplant.
Wall to wall, shoulder to shoulder, people were packing in. USA! 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 To see the U.S. women try to take back the World Cup from Japan. And if you wanted to get a seat, you had to get there early.
That's all I've been thinking about all day. This final game. It's going to be amazing.
And if you didn't get there before kickoff, the bar had to turn you away because it was so packed. It is insanely packed in here, and fans say every time the U.S. played in this Women's World Cup, it was just like this. Right from the national anthem. People were into it.
Japan loves moving the ball. Quick 1-2 touch. If we apply quick pressure, then we can get on top of a goal or two and see the game out from there.
And right off the bat came a scoring flurry. 1, 2, 3, 4 unanswered goals in the first 16 minutes. Up 4-1 at halftime, it had people optimistic.
Absolutely, definitely. I think it's going to be 7-1.
And optimistic about the future and popularity of soccer in the United States.
You know, it's been since '99 since they won, but look around. You know, obviously the passion for soccer in their country is evident.
So after 90 minutes, when the U.S. women officially captured their 3rd World Cup in history with a 5-2 score, the lid blew off the beer garden.
It means USA women's soccer back on the map. That's all it means.
Many hoping the win and the whole journey for the team would inspire future players.
Emotional on every level. This is very important for women's sports in general on the whole world front. Like for this amount of people to watch a women's only.
Was it amazing? Was it amazing?
It's amazing.
So the U.S. women take the World Cup 5-2, and if you ask anybody here, that's exactly the way it should be. In Albany, Asa Stengel, News Channel 13, today.
When the clear blue Florida sky turned into an orange and white fireball on the morning of January 28, 1986, Donald Cleary was watching from his office at the White House, where he served as a special assistant to President Ronald Reagan.
When it happened, I just instinctively picked up the phone and dialed Kathy Osborne, who was his personal secretary, and said the shuttle just blew up. You need to tell the president.
On a day when Cleary arrived at work early to prepare the president's State of the Union address, originally scheduled for that night, he knew right away he'd be staying late.
Certainly when you're in a crisis mode, you're not worried about petty politics. You're worried about getting the job done and doing the best job he can for the president.
And while details of the space shuttle tragedy were still unfolding in real time, Cleary and the rest of the White House staff had to refocus their attention so that the president could pay tribute on national TV to 7 heroes, including a New Hampshire school teacher who he said honored us by the manner in which they lived their lives.
We will never forget them, nor the last time we saw them this morning as they prepared for their journey and waved goodbye and slipped the surly bonds of earth to touch the face of God.
I think it worked very well that day because we were able to literally go from 100 miles an hour on the State of the Union to 100 miles an hour on the Challenger in literally 20 minutes.